Hello everybody, this is Nick Naphacker coming to you live from Virginia Beach, Virginia with my video log for Vampire Diaries Season 4, Episode 7, My Brother's Keeper. And yes, I have notes. How can I not have notes? Oh dear God, how can I not have notes? Alright. I was sorely tempted to post this right off the bat as soon as the episode ended. But I decided against it. After I had to reboot my brain from synaptic overload. Because I'm serious, after that last scene, my brain shut down. It was gone. And I was afraid that if I went straight out and did a post right after the episode aired, that I would say something that I would later regret. And I don't want to antagonize, any sides of the shipper fandoms, okay? I said last week I will try my best to keep all personal opinions out of this, but if you think there's not going to be any personal opinions in this video log, you are sorely mistaken. I'm sorry. Yeah, too much happened in last night's episode for me to not have a personal freaking opinion. So, yeah. Stelena fans out there, suck it up. Move on. You guys have had 3 years of personal opinions. This episode was absolutely explosive. I mean, beyond explosive. I thought this was so much more than game changing. This was, I don't even have words. By the time all was said and done in this episode, I wasn't even sure how to feel. I wasn't sure if I should feel elated and ecstatic and thrilled, or completely and utterly disgusted. And in reality, I think it's a little bit of both. More disgusted than elated. And I should be happier. Seriously, that last scene, I should have been jumping off the walls. And on the inside, I really, really was. But it's kind of hard to enjoy a moment you've been waiting for 3.5 years when you have someone making color fucking commentary over the entire thing. Yeah. Great move. I know I stated vehemently last week that I would keep all personal opinions as to shipper fandoms out of these reviews, so as to respect everyone's feelings. But seriously, that ship has completely sailed. Sorry. Put a fork in me. I'm done. I tried to be nice. Being nice is not working anymore. There is absolutely no way in any reality, shape, or form that I could not say something about what happened. This has officially gone beyond the, oh, I'm so tired of seeing Stefan and Elena together crap. Never let it be said that Delena fans don't have faith and bucket loads of hope. I mean, we've only been fighting this battle since day one, right? Why should we feel the need to be vindicated? Why? We're just like Damon, No matter how dedicated we are or how much we prove ourselves, it's never good enough, right? Right. The monkey wrench must always be thrown so that we can't even get one moment of happiness. Not even one. Even the moment manages to get spoiled. All I gotta say about that is talk about a Hail Mary pass. That's the biggest load of garbage I've ever heard. Anyways, I suppose I should start in with the episode discussion. Honestly, I don't even know if I want to talk about it at all. But like Damon, I will venture for the moment to put aside personal feelings for the betterment of the fandom. For now. Writers, you are on warning. If goes down this road that I picture it going on, you're going to lose a lot of fans because people have waited way too long to have it, even a smidgen of benefit from this. And if it's going to get thrown back in our faces in this way, wow. Okay. The episode opens with Stefan and Caroline having a phone conversation. Caroline is busy preparing for the Miss Mystic Falls pageant, which she is now in charge of because she's reigning queen, or reigning Miss Mystic Falls. And while Stefan has secluded himself in the woods to take out his frustration on helpless forced animals, while at the same time using exercise to tax his body into submission so he won't give in to the anger and hurt he's obviously feeling. You do a lot of sit-ups and push-ups and try not to rip things apart. Caroline tells her, be strong. You and Elena will work it out. Your love, epic. If I have to hear epic one more time, I will gouge my eyes out and box my ears. Ugh. Stefan is grateful for her kindness, but he's not buying it. Neither are we. Caroline says she will try and talk to Elena to see how she's doing, but it is clear that Stefan is firmly set in his own pity party. Wah, 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 whine, whine, whine. Self-absorbed Stefan. I understand that he's hurt. I get it. I do. So I can't begrudge him a little bit of pity. But he was the one that told her that he couldn't do this anymore and he needed to walk away. So this is pretty much the day before the event, and Caroline is busy at her control freak best, making sure that everything is set up properly. Jeremy and Matt are already at the Lockwood mansion helping out with the setup. Matt mentions that Elena asked him to be her date, even though we know she has absolutely no desire to be at this event, self-control issues notwithstanding. Yeah, she really didn't want to go. But because she was the runner-up the year before and Caroline's hosting the entire event, she's trying to do the good deed of friendship and help her out. Matt being the safest choice, obviously she can't be around Stefan right now because of their issues. She hasn't figured out things with Damon. It's not a good idea for him to be around him either. Matt is the safest choice. Jeremy is going to the event with April Young, which comes as a complete surprise to Matt. But Jared says she probably only asked him since Matt has her already as a date. Because in Jared's mind, April thinks that she likes Matt. Or he thought that April liked Matt. Although I have heard sources tell that there is a distinct possibility of a Jeremy April hookup in the near future. I hope not. If she's gonna hook up with him, she's gotta be let into the loop because she's getting really annoying. Jeremy also reveals to Matt that he's been having intense dreams he cannot explain, and that he was starting to strike the energy that he's thoroughly enjoying. He and Matt are trying to take kegs of beer off the truck, and Matt obviously can't lift it himself, but Jeremy just lifts them both up like they're nothing and jumps off the bed of the truck. Matt tells Jeremy that he needs to tell Elena about the dream because if he's becoming a hunter, he could easily wind up becoming just as volatile as Connor and wind up endangering everyone. Jerry says not to worry and he'll talk to her about it later. Matt says either you tell her or I will. Actually, that line didn't come till later. I want to firmly put this out here. Kudos to Matt in this whole episode. Actually, kudos to Matt for the whole season. Matt's really been incredible in these first 7 episodes. He was even really amazing last year too. He's really come into himself as a character and as a point of conscience for all these people and as a beacon of humanity, While Stefan is still in the woods self-flagellating, because, that's what he's doing, Klaus shows up and damn near throttles him. Almost freaking tears his head off. He's pissed that Stefan blabbed about the cure. I didn't tell you to tell the entire fucking town. But Stefan assures him that no one is going to talk. They all know that there's too much at stake. Klaus tells Stefan that he better keep his mouth shut about the Hunter Jeremy plan, or he really will kill him next time. So nobody is supposed to know about Jeremy and the Hunter business. Back at the Lockwood Mansion, Caroline is still busy prepping when Klaus shows up to speak with her. He's calling in the favor she owes him by asking her to be his date for the pageant. At first, she refuses, clearly thinking he's lost his mind, but then reconsiders when she says that she owes him. When he says that, hey, you owe me, I gave up a hybrid for you, you agreed to a date. And besides, you really were done with Tyler, right? I mean, after his indiscretion with Haley, really? Klaus seems generally worried that she might refuse him. You could tell that look on his face. He was kind of nervous, like, is she going to say no? And also seems generally interested in spending time with her. I mean, I'm telling you, Caroline is the only person that Klaus would allow to speak to him in that tone. I'm bringing my own dress. Don't you buy me a damn thing. Not even a corsage. Yeah, no one else could get away with that shit. Nobody. I mean, maybe Elena, only because he needs her, and Jeremy, only because he needs him. Caroline could, like, beat the shit out of him, and he'd probably let her. The puppy dog eyes he gives her is priceless. Eventually she agrees, although whether this is because she's generally softening towards him or she's just trying to buy Tyler and Haley some more time is anybody's guess. And he seemed extremely pleased that she has accepted. She's pretty flustered owing to the fact that Bonnie dropped out of the festivities entirely due to her newfound obsession with getting her magic back. Yeah, Bonnie's not in this episode at all. Apparently she's at home practicing her magic with Professor Shady Guy. And Elena is not being as helpful as a best friend should be due to her own growing personal issues. She's pretty much been left to handle this event on her own, and she's not happy about it. She tells Klaus what time to show up and also not to bother to buy her anything, not even so much as a wrist corsage. He cheerfully and dutifully agrees. I love the look on his face when he's like, sure. That dude is so in love, it's ridiculous. But it's sweet and it's endearing because you wouldn't think Klaus could be like that. And, you know, for all those of us that have shipped Delana and Damon and Elena since the beginning, this is almost like the same thing, you know? They're underdogs, but you know, in the end, they're going to be endgame. Meanwhile, at an undisclosed location, Haley is helping a hybrid girl named Kimberly through breaking her sire bond. Haley's continuing to give her support and encouragement, but poor Kimberly is just not having a very good day. Apparently she's already had to transform back and forth 20 times, and she's about to kill somebody. Tyler shows up to check on things, and he and Haley snark a bit about whether or not he's going to show up at the pageant. Tyler has no desire to go, as his focus is purely on their plan, but he knows Klaus will be there with Caroline. And I suppose he feels some kind of alpha male need to patrol his territory, and I don't mean his house. Anyway, this is Haley. The shindig is taking place at your house, after all. What better way to keep up the pretense, right? Kim tells them not so nicely, get a fucking room. Overnight, Jeremy's nightmares seem to get progressively worse. He dreams that it's the day of the pageant and he's helping Elena put her necklace on. All of a sudden, he tells her he wishes she wouldn't still think of herself as his sister. Then he starts to strangle her with the necklace chain. He jerks awake before anything else actually happens. Yeah, he's pretty freaked out. And in his hands, there's a knife, a little pocket knife, and a stake with the symbol of the 5 on it. So yeah, his subconscious is doing things without him even being aware that he's doing it. The next day, Elena is over at the Lockwood Mansion helping Caroline get everything ready and also trying to soothe April Young's frazzled nerves. Apparently, she was a last minute entry into the competition and she is very nervous. And while this is happening, I didn't write this in the thing before because I forgot about it, but Caroline tries to talk to her about, you sure this is what you want? Are you sure this is a good idea? Blah, 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 you know. You and Stefan, epic! Caroline, shut up! It's getting, if I, like I said, if I hear epic one more time, I'm going to strangle the bitch. uh, and she proceeds to pretty much bombast Damon in front of her, saying that he is, you know, ugh, and blah, and you shouldn't be with him, and blah, 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 blah. At the boarding house, Stefan is preparing to head out, duffel bag in hand, when Damon stops him to find out where he's off to and why he's being so shady. All Stefan will say is that he has a plan of his own to fix Elena and he doesn't want Damon's help. He breaks the news to Damon about the breakup, fully expecting Damon to gloat. But though Damon seems to be a bit taken aback by this revelation, of course he is. I mean, oh my god, this is a big deal for him. Although, it's not like they haven't broken up before, so he's not like pinning all his hopes on. He's, I could tell in his mind he was like, oh wow, they broke up, and yet he was also like, I'll give it about, I don't know, another week and they'll get back together because this is not the first time that he's seen this happen. I won't hold my, he's like, I won't hold my non-existent breath. Damon plows forward to tell Stefan about his plan to pump Professor Shane for information. Damon believes he may be a good source of information on finding another hunter so that they can avoid this happening to Jeremy. Because he doesn't want Jeremy to get violent.